Okay, if I'm not mistaken on the year, I think Daddy said this is a 43. I thought it was a 41, but the models didn't really change there for a long time as far as the way that they were built and everything. So we'll go with a 43 Farmall M. This thing ran pretty good up until we spent a bunch of money on it. Had to get a new rim on this side over here. The other rim had rusted all the way through, and it wouldn't have been long before it would have snapped. I mean, it was tearing up tubes. So, a guy right down the road that restores these, and he had a couple of rims laying out in the woods, so we got that pretty cheap. Tires are relatively new on it. Last year I just bought a rebuild kit for the carburetor, completely went through it and rebuilt it because I thought that's where part of the issue was. Did that. It ran like a dream, ran better than it probably ever had since we got it. Let's see, and got ready to do something with it. Was going to pull one of the cars or something down to the boneyard with it, and it wouldn't crank. Could not get it to hit a lick. I mean, turned it over fine, but we checked the compression on it. No compression on any of the cylinders. So I pulled the valve cover off of it to make sure it didn't have valves stuck in the open position. And no, they're all open and closing fine. Actually had one rocker arm off, so that one was staying closed. But yeah, it's like it was running fine, and then in a 2 month period of sitting, it's like every ring on it has seized up in the piston, and it's just not getting any compression now. That, or either the last time I run it, it broke all the rings. It's 4-cylinder, basically no compression on any of the cylinders. It's not enough to get it to fire anyway. If you've ever run up on any problems like this, or possible fix to it other than tearing the whole motor down and rebuilding it, Dad was talking about getting like Marvel Mystery Oil and filling up each cylinder with it and just letting it sit and see if that would get the rings to pop loose if they are just stuck. Like I said, this thing sit for a year or two in times and without being cranked, and it always cranked right up. Like I said, this time it was running so good, and like I said, it sit for like 2 months, and then that's when this happened. So okay, if you got any ideas, please let me know. Hate to see, I mean, I know it looks ragged out, but I hate to see it sitting. Well, we could be using this thing at least a couple of times a week. Definitely could have used it in the garden this year instead of using the tiller. Alright, let me know.